Last week, I followed Jenkins user documentation and we tried to install Jenkins as well as we tried to create a small pipeline successfully without any major problems. In today's video, once again, I'm going to follow Jenkins user documentation. Here, under tutorials, we have Jenkins pipeline. In the pipeline section, I am going to open this particular link, end-to-end multi-branch pipeline project creation. Today, we are going to follow this exact documentation and see if we can achieve creation of multi-branch pipeline. If you are new to my channel, please like this video, share this with your friends who want to learn DevOps by following the documentation and subscribe. Alright, now this tutorial shows you how to use Jenkins and orchestrate building and testing a simple Node.js and React application with npm node package manager, as well as deliver different outcomes for development and production purposes. Before starting this tutorial, it is recommended that you run through at least one of the initial set of introductory tutorials from the tutorials overview page. We did create a simple pipeline, that is more than enough. Now, in this tutorial, you'll use the same application. We used Maven last time, but this time we are going to use Node.js and React application. That's fine. We'll be building and testing the same application is saying, but it's a different application. That should be fine for us. Then the branch being built determines which delivery stage of your pipeline is executed. All right. So we are creating multiple branches here, which you are going to see in a moment. Duration of this tutorial can take approximately 30 to 50 minutes to complete. Also, the exact duration will depend on the speed of your machine. You already installed Docker and Docker Compose. All right. Prerequisites. For this tutorial, you will require Mac OS, Linux, Windows. We are using Linux because last time I installed Jenkins server on Linux virtual machine. Also, Docker Compose, Git. Locally on your computer, you should have Git installed. All right. Now, the first step is fork and clone the sample repository. Obtain the simple welcome to React, Node.js, and React application from GitHub by forking the sample repository of the application's source code into your own GitHub account and then cloning this fork locally. Ensure you are signed into your GitHub account. I already signed in. This is my GitHub account. Followed by fork the building a multi-branch pipeline project. I am going to open this link on GitHub. Here, if you see, building a multi-branch pipeline project. I am going to click on fork, and if I scroll down, I'm going to keep the repository name exactly building a multi-branch pipeline project, followed by copy the master branch only. I don't want to copy other branches. Create fork. Now we have the exact copy of building a multi-branch pipeline project forked from Jenkins docs, building a multi-branch pipeline project. All right. Now, if we scroll down, here it says clone your forked building a multi-branch pipeline project repository locally to your machine. To begin this process, do either of the following. If you have GitHub desktop app installed on your machine, in GitHub, click green or clone download on your forked repository. All right, I'm going to follow the exact same steps from the documentation and let's see how far we can, let's say, succeed. I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. I have a project directory created here. I would say git clone and paste this URL. It's trying to clone this particular repository. And if you see here, I have the remote repository on my local machine. I'm going to jump back to the browser. Let's go to the documentation. Here, clone your project is done. Also, it gave other steps. Otherwise, open up terminal, home, GitHub, go to the appropriate directory and try to run this command. Yeah, we followed this approach exactly. So run the following command. We try to click on clone and then we try to use git clone command, followed by now the next steps. So it says create development and production branches in your repository. Before creating your pipeline project in Jenkins, create development and production branches of your locally cloned Git repository. Alright. Within this particular project directory, run the following command to create development branch. Okay. I am going to copy this command, git checkout development. Jump back to my Visual Studio Code. Here, I would say git checkout development. Press enter. It's saying it's not a Git repository. Alright. I should go inside this particular folder. Now, hopefully, it should work. I would say git checkout development. It says development did not match any file because I am not using a -b flag. -b flag is used to create branches in Git. Now it works. Switch to a new branch, development. If you see here, development branch. Followed by, we should push this branch. So I think there should be document update here from the Jenkins side, but that's fine. I know. Now we are going to push this. Git push -u origin development. Press enter. It says permission denied. I need to authenticate myself first before pushing it. So I am going to use GitHub CLI login github.com https login with a web browser token. First copy token one time code. I'm going to press enter. Here I would like to copy this link, jump back to my browser and paste it here. Device activation, sign in as, continue. Now jump back to the Visual Studio Code. Here I would say continue, followed by authorize. Congratulations, you're all set. Your device is now connected. Now let's jump back to our terminal. I am going to clear the screen. Followed by, once again, we'll try to push this. Git push -u origin development. So before doing that, I would like to go back to my repository. Here, if you see, I don't have any branches. I see only one branch, master branch. Okay. Here also it clearly shows one branch. Now I would say git push -u origin development. Press enter. If you see branch development set up to track origin development. Now if I jump back and refresh this page, here I can see two branches, master branch, development branch. Exactly. Okay. Now, once again, we have to create another branch here, git checkout production. So once again, I would like to give -b here, press enter, followed by push this branch as well, git push -u origin production. Okay, let's jump back to the GitHub repository and see we have three branches here, master branch, development branch, production branch. Okay. Now it is asking me to check out to master branch. So get back to the master branch using this particular command. So here I would say git checkout master branch, press enter. Now we are on the master branch. Here it says start your Jenkins controller. I'm not going to use this because we already have our Jenkins server running, which we did last time. So if you have not watched that video, please go and watch that video. I'll try to link that in the description. And I'm going to scroll down here. So we are going to ignore this particular part. Start your Jenkins controller, all of this. If I scroll down here, so the first step here is like create your multi-branch pipeline project. Go back to Jenkins and ensure you're logged in. Yes, I'm logged in. Click on new item, then enter an item name. I'm going to copy this. So let's go back here. Click on new item. Item name, I'm going to give this and select multi-branch pipeline. That's what it said, I guess. Yes. Multi-branch pipeline. Click OK. OK. All right. Now, the next step is like in the display name field, type building a multi-branch pipeline project. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Go to the Jenkins and here display name would be multi-branch pipeline project. Followed by in branch sources section, click add source, select GitHub. Okay, add branch, select GitHub. All right. Now, in the GitHub section, there is a field label repository HTTPS URL. Enter your account project and click validate. Okay, let me copy this URL. Copy this, go back to Jenkins, and here I'm going to paste this repository HTTPS URL exactly, validate. Okay, this looks fine. And one more step here. Next step is like validate, and it is asking me to save, but I would like to provide my credentials here. So in general, if you see, there's none. I would like to add credentials here. So I'm going to use my username and password. There are other options as well. GitHub application, SSH username with private key, secret file, secret text. I mean, there are like multiple options. For this video, I'm going to keep it very simple. Username and password, and this is my local server. So I'm not worried to give here. So I would give Learn with DevOps Engineer 3682 is my GitHub username. And also I'm going to give the password here. And I will say it as treat username as secret. Okay. Then I'm going to provide my password, add, followed by I would like to select this. Okay, credentials. Always make sure it is not none. Try to give the credentials. And I'm going to save. We are not going to care about all the other steps. Just save. Because the documentation is asking us to just save. You can now click on save. Okay. If you see here, connecting to api.github.com using our credentials, getting pull request, getting remote branches. If you see, checking master branch, Jenkinsfile found, development branch, Jenkinsfile found, production branch, Jenkinsfile found. 3 branches were processed, 0 pull request, yes. Then finished examining this particular repository successfully. Okay, that's really great so far. Okay, now Jenkins has found, yes, exactly, we already saw all of that. Jenkins has found 3 branches. You can now scroll up and click on building a multi-pipeline project to access the main page of your multi-branch. Okay, building a multi-branch. Wow, here I can see development branch, master branch, production branch. Looks like estimated, it's still running. So pipeline project, here it shows green. Let's wait maybe few seconds. This will turn into green. This is still running. Yeah, this is taking some time, I guess. So let's wait. No worries. If I scroll down, Jenkins found a Jenkins file in each branch and it has already built each branch. Okay, That's what I mean. If I scroll down here, if you see, create your initial pipeline as a Jenkins file with build and test stages. Let's jump back to Visual Studio Code. We are going to go back to the browser once again. Don't worry. If you see here, I have a Jenkins file. So this file, we have a pipeline. Agent is any. We have stages. In stages, we have one stage, build stage. Steps, echo hello world. You are now ready to create a pipeline that will automate building your Node.js and React application in Jenkins. Okay. Your pipeline will be created as Jenkins file, which will be committed to the master branch of your fork repository. All right. First, create an initial pipeline to build your simple Node.js. Also, add a build stage to the pipeline to begin orchestrating this whole process, and a test stage to check that the application renders satisfactorily. All right. Open your favorite IDE. It is saying, yes, I have my favorite IDE here, sitting here, and I'm going to replace this with this particular. It is telling me to copy this exactly. So I'm going to copy this stuff. Okay, and paste it here. Save this. We're going to go through that real quick. Let me refresh this. Still running. So pipeline agent is like any environment. CI is equal to true. In stages, we have multiple stages here. One is like the build stage, and the second one is like test. In the build stage, we are trying to run this simple command npm install, followed by we are trying to run this particular script test.sh. So all of this test.sh is, let's say, available here in this particular directory. You see, okay. Now let's go back to the documentation. Here it says copy this declarative pipeline code and paste it in your empty file, which we already did. Save your edited Jenkins file and commit it to your local building a multi-branch pipeline project. Okay. Then it is asking me to add this and also commit. I'm going to run this command to add this particular changes, our local GitHub repository, followed by let's commit this. So I would say git commit -m add initial Jenkins file and test stage. Okay. And then it is asking me to push these changes. Git push to push your changes to your fork repository. All right. Now let's see what's going on here. So I'm going to open this console output. So connecting to api.github.com, Jenkins imposed API limiter. Current quota for GitHub API usage has 52 remaining, 1 over budget. Next quota of 60 in 59 minutes. Sleeping for 5 minutes. Jenkins is attempting to evenly distribute GitHub API requests to configure a different rate limiting strategy, such as having Jenkins restrict. Okay. Let's wait. Hopefully it should work and it doesn't stop us, from continue our work. I am going to push these changes. Git push. So we pushed our changes to the master branch. Let's jump back to the master branch here. So if you see, just now we pushed changes. Okay, as soon as we finish this particular build is, let's say, finished, we are going to run the second pipeline. So finally we have success on 3 different branches: development, master, production branch. Now I'm going to click on master branch. We are going to schedule a build for master. So I'm trying to follow the exact steps from the documentation. You should see the list of branches. detected on the previous steps. And I'm going to click on the master branch. So let's see what will happen now. So I'm going to open this and looks like it is success. Now if we look at the console output here, the pipeline is green. I can see success message, but in the npm install I can see some npm audit fix hyphen hyphen force. So let me check the pipeline overview. So according to the documentation, it asks me to check the pipeline overview, and here it shows check out SCM build test. If you see here, checkout is success, build somehow failed because of this audit fix. It found 13 vulnerabilities. So here, instead of npm audit fix hyphen hyphen force, so here I would say google.com, and here I am going to search for npm ci command, something like no audit. I don't want to do any kind of audit here. So let's see, to skip vulnerabilities, you can skip auditing by adding hyphen hyphen no audit flag. Okay, I am going to copy this particular command. It has 35 votes, so hopefully that should work. Let's try it out, and I am going to paste it here, save this. So git add git commit hyphen m, message would be update install command, then git push. All right, now let's jump back, go to the master, click on build now. So now if I try to open this latest build, we can clearly see this pipeline success. I'm going to go to the pipeline overview here, and if you see, check out SCM build passed successfully, test passed. Actually, the reason it was failing because I am using, for example, in the configure section, I'm using GitHub app for Jenkins. I tried to set this up offline. I didn't want to show you because it would be, let's say, again a too complicated process if someone is, let's say, new. If you want to know how to set this up, let me know in the comments. I'll try to create another video showing that. All right, now let's continue with the next steps. So click on test and then on the green part to see the details of the test stage. Okay, now let's go back to our pipeline. Number 7, pipeline overview, test stage. So if you see, we have some test here. So it is asking us to check the test. npm test, building multi-branch pipeline project, react test scripts, application.test.javascript, render learn react link. All the tests passed successfully. That's great. And I'm going to scroll down. Now the next steps are add, deliver and deploy stages to your pipeline. Okay, deliver for development, deploy for prod stages to your pipeline, which Jenkins will selectively execute based on that branch. Okay, this takes the pipeline as code concept to a new level in which a single Jenkins file describes your project's entire build, test, delivery, and deployment processes in Jenkins for each branch on your repository. All right. Copy and paste the following declarative pipeline syntax immediately under the test stage of your Jenkins file. Okay, let's copy this and move back. If you see, it is asking me to copy it exactly in the next stage. Okay, I'm going to paste it here, save it. So what all we added here? We have test stage, stage deliver for development when branch is development, it will try to run these steps. Deliver for development.sh, finish using the website, click proceed. Okay, followed by we have the next stage, deployment for production. When branch is production, we have three branches, right? Master branch, development branch, production branch. So based on that, we are trying to add this. So here, once again, we have the scripts, Jenkins scripts, deploy production.sh, Jenkins scripts, development script, production script. Okay, and also we have kill.sh. Okay, now so you'll end up with all of these steps. So if you see here, we have pipeline, environment, stages, build stage, test stage, and the new stages which we just added, deliver for development, deliver for deploy for production. Okay, looks good. Now it also try to explain this a bit here. When these when directives determines whether or not stages should be executed. If a branch conditions is value matches the name of the branch that Jenkins is running the build from, then the stage that contains this when a branch construct will be executed. Notes: for an explanation of the input message steps, refer to annotation 4 of the declarative pipeline. Add a final, let me open this, React application tutorial for an explanation of the deliver for deployment. Okay, these scripts which we already referred. Save your edited Jenkins file and commit it to your local building a multi-branch pipeline project within the. Okay, I'm going to add this. Okay, first add. We'll see the difference. Okay, what will happen now? So I'm going to roll this up. We are going to a git add real quick, followed by let's do a git commit, add deliver and deploy stages. That's what we are doing on the master branch. Git push. Once again, git push. So go back to Jenkins, click the run icon on the master branch once again. Okay, let's go back to Jenkins master branch, refresh this page, click build now once again. Click on master to see a new pipeline being built. Click on number 3, it is saying, but in our case it's a different build number. That's fine, number 8. So I'm going to open this. Followed by click on pipeline overview on the left. Okay. All right, build was success. Now click on pipeline overview. So if you see, it did checkout, it tried to build, it tried to test, deliver and deploy were skipped completely. And if you see on the uh, documentation page, here also it tried to skip. Why did it skip? Because if you check here we are trying to clearly mention when it is on development branch, then only try to do this step. Okay, and also when we are on this production branch, then do this particular step. Okay, so right now we are on master branch, right? So it will not do that. Now notice how Jenkins skips. Yes, it skipped because since the branch you are running the build from is master branch does not meet the when directives branch condition in these stages. Okay, now pull your updated Jenkins file into another repository branches. Now that you have completed Jenkins file to build your application in Jenkins, you can pull this file from the master branch of your local repository into its development and production branches. Within your local repository, directory, run the following commands from master to development. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to say git checkout development branch. Now I'm on my development branch. It says git pull dot master. Okay, we are trying to pull this. We are trying to pull this from the repository. Okay, we already pushed this, right? So we are trying to pull that. If you see, one file change, 29 insertion, one deletion. Okay, if you see here, now we have the same. Okay, right now I'm on my development branch and I can see all of this locally on my computer. Okay, now the next step would be let's go back. Git push to push your changes to your fork repository on GitHub so it can be picked by Jenkins. Okay, push followed by also run the following commands to pull changes from master to production. Okay, let's do the same for production branch. And I am going to pull from master, then do a git push. So if you see right now on my production branch, again our file is updated. Exactly, we'll have the same exact file on every branch. Do a git push. Okay, your development and production branches should now have all your Jenkins file updates you made on master branch. Exactly. Okay, let me refresh this page. I'm going to show it here as well. So if you see Jenkins file, it has these steps: development, production. Okay, followed by production branch. On the production branch, once again, go to the Jenkins file. So here, if you see, we have these: deliver for development, deploy for production stages. Okay, great. Now it is asking us to run your pipeline on the development branch. Okay, I'm going to go back to my multi-branch pipeline project. Click build now. So it will start a new trigger. Okay, this is running. I'm going to open this and console output, trying to run these commands, and click on pipeline overview. Check out SCM. So status, and let's see what will happen now. Pipeline overview, it shows check out, build, test, deliver for development stage, and then the top green shell script step to expand its contents. You see localhost 3000 link. Okay, let's see. So it's trying to run this test stage. Now if you see deliver for development, click finish using the website, click proceed to continue. So let's open this. So now here I can try to navigate to this port, but it doesn't work, I know, because let's try to use this particular IP. Right now I am on my host computer. Now, so if you see React, if you see, I can see this particular page, React, edit this particular file and save to reload, it says. Okay, we have successfully created a pipeline project, deliver for development. Okay, I'm not using localhost because this is running on my Jenkins server and my Jenkins server IP address is this. If you are running on your host machine, you should be able to access using localhost port 3000. Okay, that looks good. We were able to, since you are building the application on a different branch, yeah, this is fine. Click localhost. This works for us. Finished using. Okay, yes, we finished using the website. Proceed. We can try to click on proceed. Click proceed. Okay, deliver for development. This is done. Okay, looks good. Notice how the deliver for development stage was executed, but the deployment for production stage was not. Okay, yes, deployment for production was not because we are on development branch right now. Okay, now let's try to run your pipeline on the production branch. Okay, let's go to our branch once again. Master is over, development is over. Now I'm going to run production pipeline. Open this. Now let's try to open this build number 2 pipeline overview. So if you see, check out SCM, build a stage, test a stage, then deliver for development, skipped, deploy for production. In this particular step, if you see, I'm going to scroll down. It is asking me to visit localhost 5000 to see your Node.js React application. Okay, once again, let's go to this particular IP followed by 5000, and we can access this particular Node.js application. Okay, previously we were able to do in development. Now we can do this on production as well. We are using IP address with the port number to see our Node.js React application in action. Okay, now we finished using this, right? Click proceed. So this is success. Let's go back to the documentation. So once again, we were able to see this particular website. Then we finished using the website. We clicked on proceed, and the deploy for production stage turns green. Okay, yes, it's green. So we have another follow-up optional here. If you want, you can try to add this. For example, we can try to add a new line within our local repository, but I'm not going to do that. I think this is enough for today. Finally, we were able to run and build a multi-branch pipeline project wherein development, master, production branches we used. We tried to fork the repository, official repository, from by following the Jenkins documentation, and we were successfully able to build our branches in development, master, and production, and we're able to access the React application as well. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.